So, I wasn't going to post another video today. I'd already done my review of The Flash, and that was going to be it. But then news dropped. And it's news that anyone who's been a long-time viewer of my channel, or who knows me in real life, knows, of course, that I'm a big Doctor Who fan. So, I had to really do this video and comment on it. Now, while this had kind of popped up in kind of fake news for the past year or so, I would always quickly look it up and finding nothing discount it. But today, it's finally been announced by the BBC that that following Series 13 and 3 specials afterwards, Jodie Whittaker and Chibnall are going to be departing Doctor Who. And I'm here to give my thoughts on that. Now, personally, I'll be sad to see Jodie go, because I know that over the years that she's been the Doctor, she's garnered quite a lot of attention. Some of it good, some of it bad. Some people love her, some people don't. I personally enjoyed her time as the Doctor. I mean, here's the thing, she's not my favourite, but you know what? She's kept me watching, and you know what? I love that. I mean, my first Doctor was back in 2005 with Christopher Eccleston, and following that, my favourite Doctor has remained David Tennant, at least with the New Who era. When I started watching a lot more classic era, my favourite classic Doctor is John Pertwee, but anyway. With the New Who era, David Tennant was my favourite. But the thing was, Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi, they were both still brilliant as the Doctor, and they still kept me watching. And it's the same with Jodie. I mean, she's an acquired taste, I get that, but you know what? She still kept me watching Doctor Who. She still kept me coming back for more. Now, if they go forward and Series 13 is the same as has been with Series 11 and 12, i.e. 10 episodes, then along with the 3 specials that they're going to do before she exits the TARDIS, that will bring her up to 35 episodes overall with her as the Doctor. Now, that's not as many as some others in the New Who era, but it's not an unreasonable amount, I don't think. I mean, it's the thing. Christopher Eccleston, he was only around for 1 season, so 13 episodes, that we can accept. David Tennant set and presented 47 separate episodes of Doctor Who with him as the Doctor, from 2005 until 2010. So, yeah. Matt Smith managed 44 episodes from 2010 to 2013. Peter Capaldi managed 40 from 2014 to 2017. So 35, while it's below some of the others, it's not an unreasonable. It's not like they could have. It's not like we're demanding for more episodes, but it's also not like too many stories with her. I feel 35 is a decent length for her tenure, and considering the way that her tenure of Doctor Who was split up, with sometimes us going an entire year without seeing the Doctor again until the next season, I think that's clear enough. Now, ultimately, Series 13 will premiere in late 2021, and the 3 specials that will end her tenure will be around autumn 2022. So along with that, will effectively mean she's been the Doctor for 4 or 5 years, which I think is a decent tenure. Yeah, I'd say. I know that there are going to be some people who are going, yay, we're happy to see her go. You know what, shut up. I mean, I know everyone's entitled to an opinion. You don't necessarily have to like her as the Doctor, but you know what, I did. She was fun. She was energetic. She was the joy and exploration, and I really enjoyed her as the Doctor. As for who they'll get to replace her, honestly, at this point, I don't know. I mean, I did like everyone else had my thoughts on who I thought would be a good Doctor in the future, but my choices at the time, I think when Peter Capaldi was around, they were all still male. So people like David Thewlis, David Morrissey, or even James McAvoy. So yeah, I'm possibly not the best person to ask for the best Doctor Who casting. And as for who will take over from Chibnall as showrunner, That I honestly don't know. I mean, will they source from within and get someone like Gareth Roberts or Mark Gatiss to take over, or decide to go with an entirely new person? I honestly can't say. And I guess you could say this with the other Doctors as well, but I do have a tiny bit of fear going forwards. I mean, with Jodie eventually leaving in autumn 2022, it does leave me a tad scared for the future Doctor Who they'll that Jodie will exit the show and then BBC will just look at it and go, nah, it's been here for nearly 60 years. I think it's time to let Doctor Who die. And I really don't want that to happen. I mean, I'm prepared to stick with Doctor Who through thick and thin. I It's hard to explain how I feel in this. I mean, I feel sad to see Jodie Whittaker go, but I think she had a good tenure, and I am slightly scared about what might happen going forward, but at the same time excited to see if they go in a new direction. And I really hope they keep going with this, because I know Doctor Who now has been going for nearly 60 years, but it's one of those things that it's like comfort food. You just love having it around. I mean, all a precious pet, even if you don't want it all the time, you definitely feel more comfortable when it's there. And I really do hope they continue on with Doctor Who, and we get a new Doctor, a new showrunner, and a new direction to go. I mean, I can't wait to see what they do with series 13 when it comes around. I mean, will Mandip Gill and John Bishop decide to stick around, or will it be like when Stephen Moffat or Russell T Davies left, that the new showrunner decides, right, we're going to start with a completely clean slate? I honestly don't know, and I really hope they do continue, because Doctor Who, for me, is worth continuing. Anyway, that's my short video on me commenting on Jodie Whittaker's exits. I really hope they do some good stuff with her in her final series and the last three specials. Anyway, until the next piece of news, see ya.